Welcome back to King Narai. Today I'm going to give you expert level opinion of the Imbalance of Power event. Inside of this event, of course, you can get a few rewards, but the main attraction is the new Sword of Balance, which can be either equipped to Sentius Magnus or Sentius Malice, which is the Decepticon variant. Now, we're going to take a look at the sword and I'm going to give you my opinion. So first off, this starts a whole brand new type of category. So here we got the combat bots, and it is put in the place of the combat, so you can't have a combat and a weapon. Only one, and this is the first one to ever come out. However, as you see, I got all three, and that's why I stopped the event. I got to 4,500, claimed my last imbalance, and boom, got the 4-star. Anyway, though, with the new system coming to the game, they did not disappoint with their first release. So I kind of upgraded this one, but you get a percentage of special ability damage that is increased, or no, not increased. Your special ability damage barely deals any damage. It now goes down to 23.5%. But don't worry, you can upgrade it and your ability damage can go up. Now you'll be like, what? Why am I losing special ability damage? How is that going to help me? Because of how overpowered the rest of this sword is. So here we go. Releases a pulse that deals times 1.4 of the bot's base damage. This pulse also causes them to take 5% extra damage for 10 seconds, and it heals your bots by 5%. Now, I'm not sure if the last part is applied if he's alive or if he's dead. Like, if he's dead, I'm not sure if the effects still continue. But this sword also, once the bot's health is below 35%, so as long as his health is above 35%, then there's no effect. But once he drops below 35, everybody on the team gains a 30% damage reflection boost. That is retarded. Anyway, to show that in effect, we're going to just put this in. They had a nice little event that we could use. Here's his sword in action. He does have his bow. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to slow the match down here. Normally, his special ability is quite crazy. Like, my base has been absolutely destroyed by Sentius Magnus. Because you can literally target a defense and it will just keep shooting. And most of the time, if you put Rejuvenate on him, he'll rejuvenate for more damage than what you're dealing to him. It's like, I don't know what it is, but it's very weird. But he just completely beams defenses. Now, with this thing, this sword that he has, it doesn't really do it as much. So I wouldn't suggest you try to use his special ability in battle. Like, if you see this, that base would have been, or that defense would have been dead by now. Like, the damage in which he's doing now is a lot less compared to what he normally does, but we'll see if we can get him to drop below 30-some%. And the splash, you see that little purple thing that he does? That's the thing that literally heals your bots every single time. Look at the health. That's 1,000 health per hit. And I'm pretty sure it didn't say like every 5. Oh my god, that is ridiculous. Now, I would like to say it does not look like they still have the effect. Looks like the effect has passed now that he has dropped, which is good to know. But anyway, as you see, and I've said, we got the 2, 3, and 4-star. You could not get the 5-star in this event. So once you get the 2, 3, and 4, unless you need the other rewards, I would suggest you like stop like me. You're not going to get anything good out of it past that point. The 5-star, if you're wondering how you get that, I was talking on the Discord. You know, the Discord, they always try to get you to download. Anyway, I was talking on the Discord, and they said the 5-star wouldn't be out for the next 3 to 4 months. Then on top of that, you would have to pull it from a combat crystal, like a combat bot crystal. I'm pretty sure they'll come out with a brand new system, so like an actual weapon system. So since this is the first one, it's likely going to get guaranteed. I highly doubt they'll make it like the Titans here. You see, you can actually get the Titan you want. I'm pretty sure, if anything, they're going to start a brand new, you see, 5-star combat chip. They might start a brand new 5-star weapon chip if they add some more weapons in the 4 months. Which, as long as they got about five, which is, as you see, the legacy, that's how they release them. They release them as like a group. As long as they got about five of them, that's chill. And they have 4 months to add five, so not too big of an order. However, I'm pretty sure they might release some new currency or some new shards, or you might just have to use combat chip shards. I'm not sure. But what I have to say is it's too much of a wait. This is something I can see myself collecting, seeing as I have all of them pretty much that is possible at the moment. I could see myself collecting this. But if they release it like that, it's going to make it a lot harder for me to actually get my hands on the 5 star. But that's really a me problem. Anyway, last thing I want to go over is Sentius Magnus himself. So first off, the special ability. For 10 seconds, use ranged attacks dealing 326 damage per second and take 50% less damage from attacks against you. That's what it is. Because I'm like, whenever they go in that siege mode, when they're attacking my base, I like cannot damage them. They take no damage virtually, and they repair for more than what we're dealing to him. And it's so crazy. I'm like, is it really that good? But it's like their power level's 1,000, and they're dealing that much damage and taking such little damage. I was confused, so that makes sense. I haven't really looked into it. But they'll sit there and they will have like a pretty strong rejuvenate on him, and as long as it's dealing that health back, you can literally just spam siege mode because it will go from one defense to the next defense to the next defense, and I'm pretty sure I've seen it move up. So like if you take out all the defenses that's within his little range, I'm pretty sure he moves up and then continues to fire for the full 10 seconds. So his actual special ability is overpowered as I don't know what if you run it correctly. But the problem now is with the sword, does it make him better or does it make him worse? In my expert opinion, I think he's better without the sword. I mean, you saw how fast he just dropped, and that was using him, just letting him do his thing. Now, you would have to change completely how you use him if you were to use this. Like I said, I think he's better without it because with that damage deduction when he's in siege mode and the fact that he can just fry base defenses and there's nothing you can really do about it with the rejuvenate on. When you have this on and you take his special ability down to 20%, that's an 80% deduction for him to give you a few effects. Now the effects are crazy. Like I said, change up how you use them, make him more of a support bot, but he will drop pretty fast. I would say switch from rejuvenate to vitality at that point, and then even at that, he's still going to drop fast unless you have a healer. But to actually open up attacks, if you want to send him at a cluster, like it's very weird because he's not a rusher. So he's not going to go rush defenses and then put that weakness effect on him. And then the weakness effect is only 5%. So he deals a massive splash attack that hits everything in the area for a little bit more than his base DPS. Then he makes them take 5% more damage. He heals your bots, which is great. He doesn't heal himself. As we saw, he dropped extremely fast. But all of that, and he still can't rush. So I really do not think it's worth it. It's a cool gimmick, and the sword is pretty good, but for his playstyle, I mean, if it was just the siege mode and all he did was up his damage and fire faster and destroy defenses, but he didn't have that damage reduction, then maybe this would definitely be better because attacking on the ground and stuff, you can open up a lot by giving that extra damage and healing your bots. However, when you lose that ability to deal damage, in the long run, it's not worth it because he can't do both. That's one more thing. I know I'm getting long into it. I'm basically repeating what I'm saying. But he can't do it he can't do them both at the same time. If he's in siege mode, he doesn't use his crossbow, which deals crazy damage. If he's not, or if he's in siege mode, he also doesn't use his sword, or now his sword of balance. So really, you kind of put him in his siege mode for 10 seconds. He's not dealing much damage. By the time he comes out of that, the bots have already moved on. And if he is still grouped with them, it's really not that effective to have the sword on him. So you wouldn't run the siege mode with him. And with that, you're probably going to need an extra healer to keep him alive. He'll keep your bots alive. He'll open up the attack. But himself, he doesn't have enough health for this type of weapon. Now, the last and final thing we're going to go over is base defense. How is the sword in base defense? So, first thing, he opens up in siege mode. If he gets dropped off before his siege mode is over, which doesn't really happen, then it's not going to be worth it, but we'll see. This isn't my best squad, so I'm curious. They'll probably drop before I get a chance to actually do anything. But say I attack this, I get this low, and then I send a bot in there to awaken him. So now that he's awakened, he's going to have help from there. I'm really curious to see, does he heal the area? We can't really tell without taking that out. So let's go ahead. Come on. That's really all the damage you do? Come on, man. Oh, my. See, this isn't going too well. I'm trying to see, does he heal? Take it out. Come on. All right. So now he should be close to finishing siege mode, and I put the wrong button. Yeah, he's dead. No, he's not. Does he heal the area? He heals the bots. Yeah, he heals the bots. It also look. Wait, hold up. Put a rewind on that because he should still hit. He definitely heals your bots. But I don't know. It kind of looked like he might have healed the alloy storage as well. It seemed like I saw something come from there. Anyway, base defense. He might be a pretty good bot. I was watching a video not too long ago, like maybe even yesterday. And one of the best bots for defense is Twin Twist because he ups his damage, his speed. He basically just boosts himself and just fries your team. With this, because of the damage reduction, you should live, or Cynthia's Magnus should live through a cluster of enemies. Then with his sword, he then makes them take more damage, which allows the base to open up on him more. And if he does indeed heal the buildings, then this might actually be a pretty decent bot for defense. Alright, so not good for attack, but I'm going to go one more time to see on the defense, and I also took off Optimal Optimus so I'm not blinded by the fire effect. And now if we can get them to prioritize that. Can it not lock on to that? Of course not. Okay, still quite the effect. I can see though. We see Cynthia's Magnus dealing his damage. Okay, for the 10 seconds. And my bots can survive, hopefully. Now he's here. Oh, he did! He healed the walls and he healed the... Oh my, let me see it again. Let me see the splat. Oh, he's down. Dang, okay. Alright, instant replay on that from the bot's position. He spawns. Now... Boom, that did heal them. Am I tripping or no? No, that healed the wall, and it's actually pretty big area that he heals. Okay, he's decent for defense. To wrap things up, the sword is pretty sweet. Not great for attacking. Doesn't deal enough damage. He drops too quick. But on the base, when you have your other defenses still dealing damage, and you're really just trying to open up their attack, I feel like this was made for defense, because the fact that he can heal everything that's on the map, as long as that splash hits it, it's going to heal it. That is amazing. If you put him in a cluster area, like if you have a cluster and you know it always gets attacked and you want to put an outpost bot in there, or you have an outpost bot in there, and you want one that can kind of heal the place without having to waste one of your build bots, he can effectively do it, because 5% every, 5 seconds, that's not bad at all. Because look at this, we're getting 5% every 5 seconds for this build bot, and it's already a level 5. Most people have it higher, but that's basically a build bot, but he's dealing damage and he's opening up the attack. So I feel like if you're going to run a build bot on your base with the healing effect, I feel like he has a special spot too. Unless you want to run Chromia, Twin Twist, everybody's got to run a swoop most of the time to take care of the combiners. Once you get to the high level, I'm not a high level, so those of you who are like level 18 and looking, you're like, well, what bots are you using? I'm not that high of a level, so I haven't seen gameplay like that. My type of gameplay is somebody rushes my base, awakens everybody, then puts a combiner down to take them all out. That's what I'm looking at. So with that being said, Sentius Magnus definitely goes there and definitely does well. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this helps you out. The event, in my opinion, for defense, definitely worth it. It's the first sword. You might as well go get it. It only cost me 4,500 points, which I did get pretty lucky. Let me know how much it cost you. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.